All right, so the other day, Crab Effects from Ukraine sent me an amplifier. Let's check it out. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me for another one of my unprofessional, unedited, shoot from the hip type videos. As you know, I've been super busy, so I don't have time to be all professionally and stuff with my videos. So I'm going to unbox this thing and give you an idea. Say I screwed that up, but I'm going to leave it in. So I'm going to unbox this thing and see what it is, hook it up to my stuff, do some dial-ins, some playthroughs, and I don't know, let's just check out what's in the freaking box. I know a lot of you guys are like, shut up, just open the freaking box, dumbass. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I'm just going to do that. This thing's actually been sitting here on this table for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days now. And I've been wanting to do this video, but busy washing buildings and trucks and everything else. So I figured today would be the day that I would do this. It's my only day off I've had in a while. And I'm spending it with you. Ain't I such a nice guy, taking time out of my busy schedule to spend time with you guys instead of sitting on my freaking porch and smoking cigars, which I did do this morning, by the way. So, as you guys know, I did a video couple months ago with Crab amps, and they're Marcus, which I still have right back here, and it's a legit amp. It sounds freaking amazing. So he wanted to thank me and make me an amplifier to thank me for doing that video, because I bought that amp, so that one was on the house, as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of people, I guess, blew him up and were like, dude, make me one, and he got so much business from that, and I'm glad. I really am. I love supporting businesses because I own a business as well, and it's nice when you can get some support. Oh, by the way, this is a foot switch. So yeah, you guys are probably like, what is he doing? Yeah, I'm unwrapping a foot switch here. So anyways, he sent that to me, and I've been super curious about what this thing is going to be, and I want to check it out. And it's been painful for me to just let this thing sit down here and, not be able to play it. So here is the foot switch. I don't know if I can switch cameras, Again, these are really raw, unedited, probably kind of unprofessional videos I've been making lately. But you know what? I'm okay with that because I don't have a lot of time to do video shoots. So... And some people have actually said, dude, I'm glad you're doing it that way. I like the raw thing here. So I'm like, good, I'm glad, because that's all I got time for. I'm going to have to vacuum because this foam is like snowing all over my basement floor here. All right, so let's pull this thing out. Let me rip open the bubble wrap so I can get a hold of the handle here. Oh, it's red ToneX. All right. Let's see, is this the front or the back? Oh, I should probably spin it around so you guys can see it. Ripping the bubble wrap off. All right, let me switch cameras. Should probably move the table. What do we have here? Flip this thing out of its dress. See what's going on. All right. Ooh, is that 4 different channels I see? Well, blow me down. Dude, look at that. Me Reiki. Wow. Okay, let me see here. It's actually pretty light too, and it's not because I work out and I have 17.5-inch arms. You can measure them if you want. it's because it really is kind of light. He uses the Turtle Sunday power amp thingies, and yeah, so that's why. So what do we have here? We have a Solo, is that what it's called? A clean. What's this? What do we have here? I don't see names. Do I? Solo. Oh, that's just a button. Again, raw video. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna dial this in and just show you what I have. You know what? He sent me a picture, and this is completely different than the picture he sent me. And I think he did it to throw me off. So, because I did kind of talk to him about what channels I would want, and I think he surprised me. This thing looks amazing, because the picture he sent me was gold, and it had different preamps in it. So I was like, okay. And so this is what I have. Let me bring this camera over here, and I'm going to, whoa, you know what I'll do? I'm going to turn the table this way. That way I don't have to worry about the feet sliding off. Again, I hope you guys appreciate the rawness of my videos here, because that's the way I have to do it now. So let's focus this. All right. You know what? Let's bring this forward. I know, perfectionism. It's the mother of not getting anything done. Okay, so maybe we can brighten it up a bit. A lot of people like it bright. Okay, so 4 channels, clean. So you have a clean button, solo button here. All right. It's weird because there's no names on here of what these are. And so this is the Dragon, which is basically 4 preamps, and then you have a 100-watt power section here with the toroidal transformers. And let's go ahead and hook this up, and I'm just going to go through it and see, you know, what I have on this thing. So I will edit this part because no one wants to watch me hook up an amp and get all this stuff configured. So I'll be right back in a minute, and then we'll freaking dial this sucker in. All right, so I'm back. I got everything all hooked up, and I'm running the Crab amp through my Mesa 212, and the microphones are going to be the Royer 121 paired with an SM57 in the sweet spot. So here are the channels as follows. I contacted Crab Effects, and thank God he was available for reply. You know, you never know in that part of the world what time it is. So he gave me instant replies, which was great. So channel 1 is, oh, it's over here. That is the clean channel. And then, see, OD1, which is here, or no, here. OD1 is the slow, OD2 is the VH4, and OD3 is the mark. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. There's no V, you know, graphic EQ on the mark side. Well, what he did is he designed the tone stack to kind of emulate all of that. You know, it's like incorporated into the tone stack. But we'll get into all that when I dial in the channel and just see how it sounds. And I have the Marcus from Crab Effects dialed or turned on right now. So I'll compare them and tell you what I think, and obviously you'll know what to think with your own freaking ears. So let's go ahead and start with the clean channel. I'm still getting used to the layout here. So let's start with the clean channel and dial that in really quick and just see what we have, and I'll add some effects after I get a usable tone. By the way, I'm using my coil tap you know, middle pickup position with a coil tap, so you get that nice clean stratty sound out of it. So here we go. You know what? That is a really good clean channel. I'll probably be bouncing around here doing the wrong thing here and there because I'm still trying to get the layout of this thing. I think there's a bright switch. Yeah, right here. Let's see what the bright switch does. That freaking sounds great. Really good. All right, so let's turn on the Julia chorus and some delay and dress it up and see what we have. All right, so if you prefer a warmer tone, just turn the bright switch off. If you want something a little more chimey, turn the bright switch on, and then dial in the tone stack accordingly. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know, but yeah, that sounds really freaking good. It really does. I mean, that is an awesome clean channel. I would record with that, and I would play live with that, no problem. So now, let's get to some of the fun stuff. Let's go to OD1, which is the slow. Now, I don't have a boost on yet, but I will boost this. Sorry, boost Karens, you're just going to have to shove it up your ass sideways. Light it on fire first, so it hurts more. So, here we go. OD1. Let's see what we have. Oh, let me turn on the old noise gate here. All right, that sounds good. By the way, on the back of this amp, you have the master, and you have, what do you have? Master, solo, and depth. So I have the depth. I just bumped my camera. Yeah, still good. I have the depth at top dead center. So that's cool. So now you have a depth knob for each one of these channels. You know, there's only one depth knob, but at least you can set the master depth to what you like. So I do like that. I think this sounds really good. So let's engage a boost. I'm going to use the new, what is this thing called? The Devil's Triad Essentials pedal. So let's try that out with it and see what it sounds like. Wow. I boost all my amps, as you guys know. Most of you guys do too, unless you're a candy ass. So I think this takes a boost like a champ. Don't you love my little passive-aggressive jabs there? Hope you can pick up on them. So I really like this a lot. This is freaking amazing. It's got that nice growl and that snarl to it. That is badass. Now there's also a voice knob here, or switch here, and it darkens it up a little bit, but you can change things so you have two different voicings on this as well. So let's go ahead and try that. Yeah, so it darkened it up a little bit. So let's mess around with the knobs and see what we have. Interesting. Let me try a different boost. All right, so you got two different voicing options there, and I like that, because if you want something a little darker and then you can just brighten it up a hair, you can do that. Let me do that one more time. Well, I'm going to hit the voicing switch. Right now it's off. I'm going to engage it and get the best tone I can in that setting. Yeah, that sounds great. It's really thick and beefy. So I got the gain at like just under 3 o'clock. So let's mess with that real quick. And then I'll move on to the next channel, which is, I think, the VH4 channel. I think it's channel 3 on the VH4 is what he sent me here. OD2 is VH4. All right, so now let's mess with the gain knob. All right, so I think the Mud Killer's cool. Turn off. As you can see, my patience is not all that great today. That's what happens when you're overworked. You get a little cranky. So I'm going to engage the Redseven Alchemy Overdrive and see how that works with this. that sounds really good. So now let's move on to the VH4 channel, which is OD2. Boop, here we go. I got the gain at noon. Everything else is pretty much top dead center. Let's see what we have. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off the boost. I'll dial it in without, and then I'll engage it. Okay, so when you hit the voicing knob here, it gets a little, I think it's the mids. It gets a little mid-heavy, so let's dial it in with that engaged. Alright, so I'm going to turn it back off and add the mids. I think I'm cutting the mids when it's off. That's what I feel like anyways, and I'll add them back in a little bit. Okay, I got my fan on because it's a little hot down here, so let's engage the Devil's Triad again and see what happens. Dude, that sounds freaking brutal. That is really, really nasty. It's got a nice snarl to it as well. So now let's switch between the slow channel and the VH4 channel and see how similar or how different they are. Okay, they're definitely different volume-wise, so let me make sure I got the volumes matched. They are quite a bit different from each other, so I like that. So far, there's some really good variety in this amp. There really is. The gain structures are slightly different. The voicing is different. So now let's move over to the Mark channel, which is OD3. Yeah, OD3 is the Mark channel. Now again, there's no V-shape, graphic EQ here, and he kind of incorporated that into the tone stack somehow. and I think that was pretty creative of him to do. So let's see how that sounds. I'll kind of dial it in at best I can get it, and then I will compare it to the Crab Marcus. All right, here we go. Okay, so when you push in the voicing here, it really does sound like the preamp of the Mark amp without the V-shaped graphic EQ engaged. And I asked him that to confirm, and he said yes. He said that's kind of what it is. It kind of got that AM radio thing going on. So as soon as I engage it, you can definitely hear the difference. You can hear that V-shaped EQ kind of kick in. Okay, so let me demonstrate that for you. So in kind of bypasses that V-shaped graphic EQ thing that he did here, and then out engages it. So here we go. It's in right now, so when I push it, it'll engage the graphic EQ kind of thing that he did. Yeah, it's nice. So you can hear how that really does make the amp come alive. I'm going to turn this fan off here. Again, sorry guys for all the raw stuff here, but I just got to get these videos done, and I don't have time to be perfect anymore. And you know what? I'm not perfect, so why even bother? So now let's engage a boost and just, dial it in further. So I guess I'll try the... I keep forgetting the name of this thing, the Devil's Triad, whatever, Essentials thing. That has a really nice bark to it. Holy shit. Okay, so here's where I have the gain. For all you gain shamers out there, I'm going to put it at 3 o'clock just to piss you idiots off. And I'm going to bring the bass up a little bit. Again, this is not your typical tone stack on a Mark. He changed it so that he can incorporate the V-shaped taper in with the tone stack. So this won't do the crank the treble, tighten up the amp thing. This will actually crank treble instead. So it's kind of cool though. I like this because it's a different flavor of a Mark as far as I'm concerned. We'll find out how different it is in a minute, but let's just do some more messing around here. Wow, that has a really nice scrape to it. I really like that a lot. I like it a lot. And with the foot switch, you can engage the solo switch, so you can have a solo boost and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, man, so far I'm absolutely blown away by this amp. I mean, all 4 channels are really good. They got their own thing going on. And this is an initial dial-in, so any idiosyncrasies that you and I are both hearing right now, I'll probably end up figuring that out along the way after I do this video and just finessing some things. So don't take this as the final tone for any of these channels. This is kind of like my first dial-in on this amp. It really is. Sometimes I'll do a preliminary dial-in just to get my, bearings on it, but I did not do that with this amp at all. So, so now without further ado, let's compare this with the Marcus and just see how they sound, how different they might sound. So when you see the picture of the Marcus pull up on the screen, that's what I'm playing. If it's not there, I'm playing the Dragon. All right, so we'll start with the Dragon here and just see. Okay, so there's a pretty big difference between them. I think the Marcus has, well, I mean, if you've seen the video, I compared it to the actual Mark, and it's pretty much dead nuts on. I'm just making sure I got everything on here the way it should be. I don't think I need to change anything on that. That is what it is. I just think that the Dragon version is like another flavor of a Mark. You can tell it's a Mark, but there's a different thing going on there flavor-wise. And I actually think that's really cool. So, yeah, I mean, I like how it sounds. I really do. So, I mean, if you're interested in getting a different flavor of a Mark amp from him, this might be a good way to go because it does sound good regardless, so I like it. So now let's cycle through the 3 different high-gain preamps in here and see how different they are from each other. I'll be using the same boost pedal when I do that just to, keep everything continuous. Is that a word? So let's switch to the amp now and find out. So we'll start with the Mark and go to the VH4 and then the slow. Yeah, quite a bit different. What I noticed was when I was on the VH4, it was pretty scooped sounding. So let me figure that out. Okay, so I pushed in the voicing thingy to adjust for that, and now I got too much mid, so let me see. That's good too. So, I mean, you know what? I mean, you have the voice switch or knob or button or whatever you want to call it on every one of these channels. So you can get 2 different voicings on each channel if you want. And I actually think that's really cool. Sometimes you'll prefer a more scooped sound. Sometimes you want something with a little more mids in it. I mean, and because you have the mid knob on each one of these preamps, I mean, you can adjust accordingly anyway. So I really think this is freaking badass, man. So let's do this. I'm going to do just a 1-take mix on something simple. I don't feel like getting into anything too crazy right now, mix-wise. But I'll pick, let's do the VH4 channel. I'll use that for this mix and just see how it sounds. So let me do a level adjust and I'll do the mix here. Okay, I'm leaving all that in there too, just to show you what I go through to make these videos. All right, so I did a quick level adjust. Let's do the mix now. Wow. So again, here are the settings I used. Guys, I'm telling you, man, I'm a fan of what this guy does. I really am. He makes great stuff, and it's very affordable. I don't recall the exact price of this amp, but you can go look him up on Facebook or on Instagram, Crab Effects, Crab Guitar Effects, and just send him a message, and he'll respond and give you pricing and everything else, but you'll be blown away at how affordable these amps are. So with this amp, you're gonna get 4 channels, 4 amazing channels, and there's other channels available. It's not just these. You can ask him for other channels that he makes and put those in here too. You can configure it any way you want. I just think it looks badass. I love the red ToneX with the black faceplate and all that. It's lightweight because he uses the toroidal transformers. So that's really cool, and I think the clean channel is great. I mean, there's literally no flyover country in this thing at all. And what's nice is, you know how us guitar players are. We're all a bunch of finicky idiots, you know. We're all like, oh, I like this, and oh, a couple months later or a year later, oh, I want this now or whatever. Well, now you can have that in this amp. You can have 4 different amplifiers in here, 4 different flavors, and 2 different flavors of each one of those flavors. So really, you essentially have 8 different flavors here when you think about it. But you can have all that in one amp. It's very affordable, and it's going to be hard for you to get sick of this. I don't think you'll ever get sick of it, because whatever you're craving that day or that week or whatever, this thing will have it, because you can put 4 of your favorite sounds in here and tweak to your heart's content, and it's all real stuff, you know. And you get the foot switch with it. You know, you can turn the effects on and off, the solo button, clean, OD 1, 2, 3. I think you can even have 4 high gain channels if you want. Don't quote me on that. You'll have to ask him about that, but I think you can. I can't say enough good things about this thing. I mean, this thing made it all the way here from Ukraine in good working order, and it survived the trip, and it sounds phenomenal. So I would definitely reach out to him. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description of this video so you can reach out to him. And he's a really nice guy, and he makes great stuff. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for sharing this moment with me. I appreciate it. And to everyone who's been purchasing all of my preset and profile packs for all the digital platforms on my website, linked below, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. I've been getting a lot of great feedback. People are really digging the presets and profiles and capture packs and all that. So that really means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. It really helps keep the lights on here. And thanks to all my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the channel and you like what I do here, feel free to subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time I either go live or come out with a new episode. I got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.